Well,
You did?
okay.
Well,
Let's put our hands together for Matthew Collins.
this man must not escape alive.
Hi, Matthew.
You know me, I'm a psychic outlaw, and I always tell the truth in the beginning.
Ha!
Ha! But anyway, as you probably heard, about the dogs that have been genetically engineered.
Lies.
Oh,
Lies due to the reason that your mouth is moving.
Oh.
I do not believe it.
Judges? Ah, Larry, congratulations, Larry. The only true part of that story was that dogs have been.
Finally.
Now, let's hear your next story.
All right, I do have another story, just because you wrecked my
How
first
many more
story.
do we have?
We have two more for
Many,
Matthew.
many stories. Do you remember the story about the guy who had a wife that he never took her shopping, so one day he cut off her head.
What do you do?
After he cut off her head, he put it in the box and took it shopping finally. And then he walked around the mall and he went to many stores and he bought her a hat.
no, there's no point in buying a hat for a head that's in the box. It's absolutely ridiculous.
You caught the lie, Clarence. Congratulations.
I would be a millionaire.
Excellent, excellent. Clarence is on a roll. But wait, we have one more.
I do
We
have
have one more story from Matthew. Now, before we hear that last story, just to let you know, the husband was too cheap to buy her hat ever.
Afraid so.
Cleavers are cheaper.
I quit.
So anyway, for my third story, did you know that the head of the polygraph division of the FBI says that lie detectors don't work? He says that they are used just to intimidate people who are maybe telling the truth, but they're used to intimidate.
Greg!
He was lying when he said that. They do work.
Actually, that's not true, Greg. You're disqualified for this round. Please continue, Matthew.
So anyway, they're just used to intimidate people. You can't actually tell if they're lying, he says. He says the only real way to tell if people are lying is a pupillary contraction response, where the pupils contract when people tell untruths. Of course, there are drugs that can enable people to not tell truths and still get away with not.
Well, sorry, folks. It looks like we're going to have to wrap it up. Help me wave goodbye, everybody. We've run out of time for this episode of Bald Faces. And remember, one good lie is worth 1,000 pictures.
It's all good. Yeah.
Bye.
Good job, bud.
I think that pupil thing is wrong.
People think it's correct. I believe that. There's things that can alter the people.